Still yarn all over my floor.
Yeah, I should accept the meeting and not leave the meeting. God, oh my god, I almost misclicked there. Oh my god.
Hangs up on me. I know I made you much structure troopers, but it wasn't that bad. Welcome to the Northern Knits Podcast. We're two friends and fiber who knit, craft, crochet, and talk everything in between. My name is Jocelyn, and my co-host is
Diana.
This is episode 282, and we're coming to you on a Saturday night instead of a Sunday, so we're recording a day earlier because Diana is going to go help her brother move tomorrow.
Yeah. I get to go move heavy things. Yay.
I'm going to lounge in my PJs all day, just to balance the universe
I get to get up and
That's not true,
drive into Toronto and
I
probably drive a moving truck again.
I have to finish rearranging this office and get it squared away so I can start work on Monday.
Yeah, it's all different in the background.
It's all different in the background. My new antique sewing machine has arrived, so it needed a hole.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I'm excited about this.
Things had to get changed around to do it. I literally do not have time to play with her and fiddle with other, but she's like a treadle sewing machine. It's a treadle metal singer in the table sewing machine. So she is a classic antique lady. So she goes with my basic Betty and my new old hot stuff, which are my two other singer sewing machines. Guys, I like singers. So she needs a name, so I need to figure out what her name is. But like the cat tree isn't gonna stay because right now it's in front of the
It's got a little bit in the way of the sewing.
in a little bit of way of where the chair is gonna go. So, but it's only really sort of cleaning through here. The rest is a bit of a hot mess, and I need to be sewing as of Monday, so we need to get that.
As we do on the internet, only the part the camera sees is clean.
Pretty much, yeah. You should see my kitchen. So many dishes. Oh, well. Well, Diana tells everybody what we're going to cover today. I'm going to drink some tea.
We've got what's in our cup, woolly workings, and wool gathering. Yes, that's it.
Good idea in theory to leave your hair down, and then all you do is eat hair.
I don't usually do that because my hair is a bit long for that, but I sit on it, or today I stood on it. On my own hair.
Mine's getting to the point where I need to start worrying about getting it caught in waistbands. Not quite.
I get it stuck quite regularly. There's like a little locking latch mechanism on the bathroom door. I get it stuck regularly on that.
It's like my nightmare.
Because like, you know, when you're walking through a door at speed and like the edge of your purse catches on a door handle and you go,
yeah.
I do that with my hair on this lock. It's awful. It hurts so much. I hate it.
You won't cut your hair, so obviously you don't hate it
that
much.
No, I won't cut my hair. Never. It's not happening.
All right.
Maybe one day. I don't know. But not anytime soon.
Some lemon lift tea in my Reading is Sexy mug.
Are you feeling lifted with lemons?
Mm-hmm. It's a really nice black tea. The best part is it has a really strong lemon flavor. And you don't lose.
You were on the hunt for that
flavor.
for a while.
And I'm still in love with it because it doesn't just smell like lemon, it tastes like lemon. So it tastes like a lemon black tea.
Nice.
So good. So good. All right. We're going to get through what you're drinking because I need to talk about my first project so I can take it off.
Okay. Real quick then, I got smart and finally bought some decaf coffee beans. So it is evening and I get to drink coffee, and I'm happy about this because I am old and I cannot drink coffee past like noon. I should not drink coffee past 1 p.m. Otherwise I do not sleep.
Decaf coffee, man.
Decaf coffee. So this is decaf ethical bean.
I do like the ethical bean decaf. It's a good solid decaf coffee.
There was not a lot of decaf options in the coffee aisle at Sobeys. I was surprised.
An excessive lack of decent decaf coffee.
Or in bean form, at least. Because I like whole beans and then grind it myself because I'm a coffee snob like that.
The stuff out of the jars is not good.
It doesn't taste good. I spent 6 weeks trying to make my parents pre-ground Maxwell House into a good cup of coffee, and it's just not possible.
just no, just no, no. Ethical Bean does a nice decaf coffee. McDonald's does a good decaf coffee too. It's hard to find
Surprisingly,
it.
yeah, I didn't see any of that on the shelf.
Yeah, it's hit or miss to find it in the stores, and finding it in beans is even harder some days. But they do a good cup of decaf. They do a good cup of regular coffee too. I don't, even with me with the Tim Hortons people, you know I don't like it. You know, don't like it. If you're new, I am not a Tim Hortons fan.
I am also not a Tim Hortons fan.
Yeah.
That doesn't stop me from breathing deeply every time I walk past a Tim Hortons, because there's one not too far from here, and I just go, man, I could really go for some coffee and donuts. No, this is not good coffee. These are not good donuts. There's better coffee at home and good donuts if I get in the car and drive for 5 minutes. Why do I want this?
It's because it smells good, so it triggers a Pavlovian response.
It really does. Like that. There's something about that smell.
Oh no, Tim Hortons smell great. I'm not a fan. And
No.
yes, you can be Canadian and not like Tim Hortons. You can also be Canadian and not like hockey. It's allowed.
We are dubious Canadians.
I maintain that the best Canadians you will ever see on television are not what people expect Canadians to be. So they are like the anti-Canadian Canadians. So like, I don't even remember the name of the science fiction movie. But one of the space commanders, she was in space with everyone, the captain. They were all talking about what they were going to do when they got home and the holidays they celebrated, and confused, right? Awesome, right? American. No, she's Canadian. It's an international group. It's like, yeah, but didn't you marry an American? Well, they're like, so you would do American Thanksgiving? And she goes, no. It's like, but he's American. But you know, but why? And she's like, because he's Canadian. Like, just steadfast. I don't think so. We don't double up on the holidays. We just do mine because they're the appropriate holiday. It's the vibe.
My holidays are the correct holidays, therefore.
At
Man, I'd do 2 Thanksgivings if I could.
Anytime you can see a Canadian portrayal where we're not always saying I'm sorry and just capitulating to all of the demands to be the good guy, I get so excited.
Sorry about that, eh? Got one of those Canadian geese in the way and the Tim Hortons drive-through.
Like Dr. Rodney McKay in Stargate Atlantis. If it was a real human being, I would probably want to punch him. But as a non-Canadian Canadian, it's a hypochondriac allergic to citrus who argued with everybody, thought everybody else was an idiot. He was the smartest man in the room and nobody liked him because of the size of his ego. Like, he was just a walking worst case scientist scenario, and they put a Canadian logo on the side of his arm and made him from Canada for the international thing. I was like, sold, because some of us are actually like that. Yes.
And I can't even do the Canadian in heavy quotations accent, whatever that's supposed to be. I can't
either. It's okay. That's fine. Most American accents people think of are like extreme that way too. It's like, I know it's just as bad in America. Like the portrayal of people on television is not even, it's not nuanced.
No,
remotely enough.
All of this giant country, you are like this one thing. Yeah, absolutely and completely.
Absolutely not. Oh well. All right, we digress. Shall we talk about what we're working on?
Yes, as per usual. You have more things, so you should start us off with probably 2 things.
I have a finished object.
Finished object.
I finished my campfire cardi.
Woo!
Did some red detailing on the sleeves. The edge of the sleeves here.
Love it.
Did I weave in my ends? No, guys, don't be silly. I did the red contrast all the way around the hem.
I like that so much. That looks so good.
And I made my hood and I attached my hood, and it's a really big hood.
Even better.
I didn't want a little hood. I wanted like a hood I could put, like I could wear my wings under or my hair up, and it would still hood.
That's so much hood. I love that.
Yeah, because, well, you're like me, right? Like, if we put our hair up, you can't wear a hood because the hood doesn't stay on because it's not deep enough.
I know, they're like tiny little fashion hoods, like the tiny little fashion pockets.
I don't think so. I wanted a serious hood. Guys, it's a serious hood.
That's so much hood. I love it. I want one. Okay, I'm going to make one of those.
It's a real hood, people. I made a real hood. Interesting, because it took me twice to sew it together, because I sewed the hood correctly halfway the first time, and then the other half wrong, and then I
How? But it's just like 2 pieces. How do
Don't
you...
ask. Don't ask.
Oh,
I don't know how I
okay,
got there.
okay.
But we were twisted. We were twisted, so I had to pull it out and do it. But I can't wear it while we record because it's too warm. So
Fair.
I wanted to show it so I could take it out. It is out of Knit Picks Gray Heathery yarn, and it is literally what it looks like. It is a giant granny square cardigan. It is a free pattern. You can find it on Ravelry. And you actually start your construction making, what's a 6-sided shape called?
Hexagon.
You start by making a hexagon, which turns into your front, back, and sleeves. So you make those as big as you need your armhole to be, and then you extend out in the round or in flat and connect. Yeah.
Okay.
It's still a little wide in the shoulders for me, but that's the style. Like it just sits wide because that's the style of sweater. It's supposed to be a
Yeah, well, it's like a drop
wide,
shoulder kind of.
kind of deal. Yeah.
Well, that's just what they do.
That's just what they do. So if it continues to annoy me, I'll put a button on it.
Okay. I like that. I'm gonna make one of those.
I love it as I drop it on the floor. Guys, I need to wash and block it, but I also need to wash my mallow cardigan because I took it out to a fiber thing with Aaron. So it's like covered in bug spray.
Oh, yeah.
So it just needs a bath. It just needs a bath.
Yeah.
So now I can put on my lightweight thing that I wanted to wear while we record. That I can wear in this feather. But I couldn't. With I didn't need a cardigan on a cardigan. We don't need cardigans on cardigans on cardigans here. This is not a Terry Pratchett turtle sort of situation.
It's just cardigans all the way down.
Way down. Oh, I wish that'd be so much fun. All right. The other thing that I'm working on, I'm going to talk about really quick as we're recording, I am literally putting my wood woes back on the needles because Erin kindly picked up for me. That means she picked up my fingering weight sweater on 2.25 sock needles to have the space to deal with the stitches because she's really not used to super like knitting on super tight stitches where I'm very used to super tight stitches. So I'm now going to transfer back to the 4mm needle and restart my hem. So if we all remember, I made excellent seed stitch, but what I needed was 1x1 ribbing.
Right, yes.
So I'm going to do that as we record. The Winwows is the sweater I am making out of 4 skeins of fingering weight yarn from Fireweed Fiber Co. in the Northern Cardinal colorway. Look at that. Look at that
so
red.
Pretty. I love that. The black speckle.
And it's so light. Oh. And it's so light.
You'll actually wear it.
I'll actually wear it. It is so light because I finished it once and I tried it on because you gifted me that massively long 80 million inch long cord.
Oh yeah.
It's not actually that long, guys. So I put a third of the stitches on the shorter cord and I put the rest of them on the super long cord. I was able to put this on. The fit is so good, I've already put in an order for a second sweater quantity of the same sweater. That has how lovely the fit is on this. And only adaptation I have made is lengthening the body.
That's high praise.
That is amazing. So I am very excited to do another one of these as soon as possible. Hope everyone's ready for me to complain. When you see the colorway, you'll know why.
Is it really dark?
It's the October Sock Club colorway for this year.
I haven't seen the October Sock Club colorway for this year.
You will. It's very Jocelyn. There's a lot of black in it too. Oh boy.
Some kind of very dark purpley thing, I'm guessing then?
Well, not necessarily. I do love all sorts of colors.
I'm trying to figure it out now. It's a great mystery.
It is a great mystery. I can tell you later. You shouldn't spoil it for the public.
That's fine. I will let it be a surprise. I will get my enjoyment from trying to figure out what color it is.
All right, those are my first 2 projects.
Okay. Well, I guess I can talk about this thing that I just you know what? Hang on. Give me 2 seconds to unknit 3 of these stitches so I can talk about these things because I foolishly just started another round. Okay. That was very, very foolish of me. Spread it out on the needles here. I've been working on my fossil frenzy. Have I split for the shoulders yet? Arms, split for the arms? Split for the arms. There we go. No,
Yeah.
I'm still not there. I'm still not there. I did get smart after the whip parade and I found all of my progress keepers. I took back all my progress keepers. So I'm not going to tie my microphone in yarn. I have done that much progress.
It helps. It helps. It's because the rows are so long.
They're are so long. Like I'm definitely. How many are gonna be? Yeah, so I'm like, I gotta be over 400 stitches right now for a round.
Yeah.
It's so long, but the yarn is beautiful and it's going well. So once again, this is the Jack-o'-lantern colorway. It's got a little bit of sparkle, not that it shows up on camera. It's from Fiber Art Studios in Vancouver. The pattern is Fossil Frenzy by Mary P. Hunt. It was released in June, I think. It eventually will have colorwork dinosaur fossils on it, which is why I'm making it.
Takes like 4 months to get to the color work. The color work takes like a week.
Yeah, honestly, that's how it's gonna be. The color work will take no time at all, but it's the ever expanding rounds for the raglan increases are just I don't wanna.
It'll be just it was the same way with the Winwows, like that last section of increases before you split for the shoulders just
I know, I only have to do 9 more increase rounds.
Hey,
so that's 18 rows total.
That's not
which doesn't sound like much, but it almost like
you're getting there.
I'm getting there, but man,
it's a lot. It's a lot.
I'm so ready.
Once you split
off the sleeves and whoosh down the body to that color work. I'm so ready. I am ready.
So fast for the first few rounds where you're just doing the body and there's no sleeves. You'll be like, what do you mean I'm at the beginning of round already? This is amazing.
Ooh, clatter. Sorry.
Microphone.
Yep, that's a microphone. And then highlighting the pretty little stitch markers from Sleepy Sheep Studio that Sherry gave me.
I have got to buy some from her. Guys, I already own stitch markers from Sleepy Sheep. I need to buy ones I can show off.
I want to get the holographic not safe for work ones that you're talking about.
Excellent choice. Excellent choice. Yeah,
because I think that would be really funny.
They're and I take mine out knitting. So like
I don't know what project I would put those on, but I think it would be funny.
Well, I've gone for coffee with Mr. R, or I've met him places, so that's where I take them out. So he knows they're there because he likes it when he sees people's faces react when they realize what my stitch markers are. He goes, "Oh, there goes one. He had no idea what to
do." Like, oh, what a nice little old lady craft with what? Oh my. Scandalous.
My brain's like, apparently you've never met little old ladies because the mouth on those women.
Oh.
I cannot compete. I cannot compete. I cannot compete.
It's amazing. Love it. All right, that's my first boring project. Because it's the same.
Well,
this is all because we have the summer knit along. This is my summer knit along.
Our cast on party for the fall equinox is on the 18th, my dear. Okay.
It's a few weeks. Couple weeks. It's a couple weeks.
Yeah. You also
I got
are traveling on the 7th. Yeah.
Yeah. Airplane knitting.
Yeah.
Airport knitting.
If you're split for the sleeves, it'd be even better because then you'll be closer to the color work.
I'm gonna try real hard. I'm gonna try real hard to be split for the sleeves by next week.
Because then you can do that whole chunk of body before you have to worry about it.
It's hard to be done. It's not the fun part.
It's not the fun part, guys. All right, in which case, I will stop transferring stitches from one needle to the other. And should I talk about my never-ending work project? Or my new cast on?
New cast on.
Okay. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. I was left unattended and unsupervised, and there was a post in the pattern links. So really, we're all responsible for this.
That's kind of my excuse for my other project as well. So yeah. Okay, what did you cast on while unattended?
And one of these lovely boxes of carrot cake yarn from the great and wonderful Susanna, who is like, I have more. And she's like, and I'm never going to stop. I'm like, oh, bring it on. Let's do this.
This is a challenge.
Challenge accepted. She had a carrot cake ball, which is acrylic, not cotton. And I have no problems with acrylic. It has its place. It's a great way of doing yarn. And it is excellent for people who are allergic to wool or have a type of lifestyle mode or preference where the idea of hand washing is either something they cannot do or mentally causes them to reject the concept of life. Both valid options. Both valid options. My mom could hand wash. Does she? Oh no. That is a hard pass. Hard pass.
I mean, I could hand wash, but a laundry bag on a gentle cycle also works.
Yeah. I hand wash. Different people, different things, doesn't bother me. But it is a really pretty colorway, and I didn't know what to do with it. Very Jocelyn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're in that sort of fall color, harvest color range.
Yeah.
Jocelyn colors. Super good. One ball, so I had to pick my projects carefully. I mean, one ball, I say it's 200 grams worth of worsted weight yarn. It's not a little bit of it's a lot of yarn. Then a link got posted. Actually, several links got posted because everyone's getting geared up for winter seasonal knits and accessories and Christmas presents and the good stuff, right? Someone posted a cowl, and I had to cast it on, Diana. I had to cast it on. It's called Ossa's cowl. It's called Ossa's cowl. I know it.
I understand.
I'm trying to convince you to cast one on.
I can tell.
Look at that.
It looks so fun with the wiggly stitches.
Yeah, and you just do a little bit and you put it down. Now, do I have an excessive amount of stitch markers in here? Yes, because I like to work on this at night in bed or watching the news, because with a cup of tea, I'm just short the sleeping hat, people. Just short the sleeping hat. I am aware of this. I know.
Yeah, you're like 95 already. Okay, we're good.
Pretty much. But I use one type of stitch marker for each full repeat, and I use the other type of stitch marker for the difference between where you get the little waves and where you just have straight knitting. Just to keep myself on track, because every once in a while I get very invested in what's going on in the news and I forget where I am. So it's just for me an easier way to keep track. Also, check out these super cool giant clover teardrop stitch marker things.
Oh,
are those nifty?
Fun.
I've never seen these before.
No.
They're another Susanna gift. Yeah, it's a new shape. Super cool. She sent me two shapes I've never had before, which is just, that's amazing. In the giant stitch markers, because that's the size I need, guys. So does this have an end date? No. Whenever the ball of yarn runs out and I cast off. Hopefully I can get through all of the repeats. It is a free pattern. So hopefully I can get through all 48 repeats, 45, anywhere between 44 and 48 repeats. I don't remember right now. And I can just have a 4-foot acrylic cowl that I can either donate to a women's shelter or a homeless shelter, or I can gift to anybody I know who likes this color rotation, or keep for myself and wear, whatever I decide to do with it later. But I had to. I needed to cast on.
I understand.
That is my third project.
Also in the vein of I was left unattended.
It's a dangerous state of being, I think, us unattended.
I had to make some Instagram content, and I was inspired by my blue nails, and I'm like, I bet I can like pull some blue yarn and just like pose and be all matchy matchy, and wouldn't that be cute? And oh hey, look, here's this crochet hook that is also blue and it's matchy matchy. So then, because that the match is pretty good.
Yeah.
And I thought that was fun. And then I really, really liked it. By the time I was done making that post, I'm like, oh, I wonder if there's something I can make with a sock set and this particular size of hook so that I can continue to post matchy Instagram content. Lo and behold, in my library, I had a pattern for the Medic hat, which is just textured crochet using roughly 100 grams of fingering weight.
And
I wasn't gonna do it.
Texture's your happy place. I'm so glad. Please tell me you put it on the hook.
I did.
It's on the hook. Oh yeah.
So this is the brim of the hat. And I'm gonna stripe in the other color. There's in the pattern it calls for stripes of half double crochets up the crown. And so for those I'm going to switch into the blue mini. Yeah. Coordinating mini.
Good call.
But for now it is just this nice texture. And then once the brim is done, then we switch to a different texture. And then we stripe in some half double crochet in a different color. And yeah. So I wasn't gonna, but I did. And also so people can laugh at me later when something somehow screws up. The pattern called for 130 stitches, but I put it on my head, if I can just pull this out a little bit. Put it on my head at 120 stitches, and it's good at 120 stitches, and I think if I made 130 stitches it would be too big.
Yeah, because you're gonna get some growth with that because it's super wash merino. Yeah,
exactly. That's my thinking. So I don't think this should mess with the pattern. Like, I skimmed the rest of the pattern and I don't think it should be an issue. I might have to fudge the decreases at the top a little bit.
That's fine.
But this seems like it's gonna fit, and like there's still, if I hold my loop so it doesn't unravel when I pull on this, like I can, like it's still got quite a lot of stretch in it.
Sock needle is free.
Yay!
Which is good because I found my stripy socks while I was cleaning.
Perfect.
They were in a project bag.
So I get to make matchy. It's so matchy, and I wasn't gonna do it, but I did it. So I did not need another project, but here we are. I wanted to be matchy. So now I match.
That's okay. Matching's fun.
It's dangerous making this Instagram content because then I get inspired to actually try and pursue the Instagram lifestyle. And then I do things like this, and then I have bins like that, and
well, you know what that means. Craft more. Oh, that was my turn to punch the microphone.
Bang!
Did it good. Just means craft more. That's all that means. Okay, so, guys, I need a stitch marker. Yes, I need a beginning of round stitch marker. There they are. There they are. I found them. I suppose I'm up again, aren't I? For the last thing. The last. We're going to talk about the lace shawl that I wanted to have done this week.
It's not done, is it?
No. I got other work done. I got other things out to test knitters, but I did not get this one done. So while I put everyone in suspense, I'm going to knit 3 stitches. Why 3? Because it would really annoy me to drop a stitch at this point in the sweater.
I understand.
Drive me up the wall. All right. Not a lot of progress. Could I tell you it was because I was busy? Sure. Could I tell you it was because I got bored? Also true. To tell you the honest truth, there's a check-in this Thursday, which is like tomorrow from your guys' perspective, and like not that many days from now from my perspective. I might be panic crafting in the background, people, because then I gotta check in with you on the Sunday, which is not that far after. That far after.
I feel so superior to my past month selves. Because I'm not panic crafting this time. I've actually worked on it, and I am not panic crafting.
I'm always panic crafting.
She says right up until there's panic crafting.
So I did not make a lot of progress in the lace section for this shawl. It's actually just easiest to drape it on my head. It is a big triangle top-down shawl that's got some stockinette, and it's got some garter lace, and it's going to have some stockinette lace. And my project before Wednesday is to take the concept chart and knit up a swatch just to make sure that it works correctly. Pass it on to the primary tester with the notification that I've not knit this section yet. The swatch says we're good, but swatches can lie. Do they lie to me? Very, very rarely. It is possible. So, slow progress gets made on this. Guys, these rows are quite long. This is one row. This is half of one row.
It's quite the row.
It's a row. It's
I love
serious
the sparkle though. That's so much sparkle.
So much sparkle. I'm making mine out of 2 skeins of Roll With It Sparkle from Red Heart because I love the sparkle content in this yarn. I love the sparkle content in this yarn.
Is that like 20% sparkle or something? It's so sparkly.
It's so much sparkle. I don't know. I'd have to look. But we know the lace pattern is correct because I can't do it right 2 times in a row. And my tester for this pattern has messed up a couple times too, which is always our good indication that A, we need to pay more attention to what we're doing, and B, the pattern's good. So, one lace chart down. It's my first lace chart, so this is my first pattern with a real lace chart because the eyelet lace is eyelet lace. This is the first one where we're deliberately making shapes. And I have an even more complex one after this chart, because why do things in easy mode?
No, why not?
Why not?
Do new lace in dark yarn. Obviously, this is the way to go.
Yeah, do a new lace pattern in black yarn you can't see, in dark gray, which you also can't see. On a time crunch deadline, because you'd like to release this for the Manitoba Fiber Festival on the 9th of September.
Oh, that's soon.
I know. And
that's real soon.
An entirely new type of design writing for yourself, working with charts, and then writing out lace patterns, because that, of course, is also not complicated. I can't.
Why do things on easy mode? Who would want to do that?
I don't, that's for darn sure. So hopefully I get this done in time. And I'm doing great on yardage, so I'm still holding out hope I can do tassels. It's a serious chart. It's a serious chart, that last chart. So like I may not be able to do tassels, but from where I stand right now, there is tassel potential, people. Does it have a name? No, every week it changes. Every week. We cannot settle on a name for this shawl, so I don't know yet. We'll take suggestions down below. That's what I'll do. I will take naming suggestions down below because I haven't found one that I really like. Let's do that. Some things just comes to you. Other times you're like, I don't know. I got nothing.
Guess that brings us to wool gathering and the unscripted Patreon ad.
I'd have a word for you.
I get a word of the week.
But I didn't go look up my list of words, and it's way too far back in the thread to go look it up now.
Oh, no.
So you get the week off.
Excellent. After my failure of Fishbone.
Just a kind break, given the debacle that was Fishbone.
I appreciate having the week off.
It's because I need to go back in the message thread and find the document that was sent to me so kindly that I did not save. So it is my fault. I now have to go back and search and find this thing. Nobody's fault but my own. I just don't want to. I just don't want to.
Totally fair.
And
I'll just launch into a standard unscripted Patreon ad then.
Sure. Standard.
If for some reason you would like to financially support these shenanigans, you may do so at patreon.com/northernitspodcast. Any level of support gets you access to our Patreon-only Discord server, where we are active at all hours of the day and the night, enabling each other into starting things, buying things, and cheering appropriately when things are finished, and crying appropriately when things go wrong.
Oh, yeah.
All the sympathy, all the enablement, all the jubilation at finished projects.
All all the time. Oh, the hats today and the little pumpkins. Oh,
I am loving little pumpkins.
little pumpkins.
I had no interest in knitting little pumpkins, but now everybody's doing them, and I'm like, maybe I do want a little pumpkin.
I want knitted pumpkin.
I might want a knitted pumpkin.
I want like 50 million knitted pumpkins.
I imagine you do. I would be content with just one.
Yeah. Can you just imagine my big silver bowl on the coffee table in the living room just overflow with different sized hand knit and crocheted pumpkins?
I can absolutely see that.
Be amazing and glorious, guys. I literally own an articulated plastic skeleton that I pose in my rocking chair at Halloween. This is my time. This is my time.
It is your season.
It is my season. We have reached my season. And it is glorious.
Right, Patreon stuff. There's blog posts, early access to bonus content. There's just extra stuff going on. We at the higher tiers of support, we do e-knit-ins. The next one of those is going to be on Saturday, not October, Saturday, September the 17th. I had a really hard time with that. It's September the 17th. It's a Saturday.
Stop skipping
noon Manitoba time. I will be in Manitoba at that time, so 2 of us will be at the same location, and that'll be fun. What else?
She has an entire bed to sleep on. Where is she? She just came over here by my feet to take my foot space.
Yes, absolutely.
This means I'm gonna go find Broom. Return of the arch nemesis. That'll convince her to leave me alone.
Oh no, not Broom. Dun dun dun.
She really hates Broom. Like runs scrabbling, cat claws on the floor, out of the room, hates Broom.
Ooh. What did Broom do?
I have no idea. We are not a fan.
Okay.
All right. I'm sorry. I interrupted your Patreon. I had to talk to my cat.
I think that was mostly about it. Yeah. Patreon it in. We do movie days. We just had our movie day earlier today as of recording. Haven't determined what the date for the next one is. We're probably watching also a Halloween movie in October sometime. TBD.
Yeah.
We do quarterly movie days and TBD on the next one.
Well, I mean, any excuse to watch Hocus Pocus, really.
Well, yeah.
That's totally fair. It's a thing, as always, we super understand budgets are a real life thing. If you cannot financially support us, liking, subscribing, commenting down below, and interacting with us on other social media platforms is a great way not only to get to know us, but to let us get to know you and see your projects and what you're working on. And trust me, you can talk us into a lot of stuff. You're
so many things. I convinced myself into a whole new project by taking a pretty Instagram photo. So I'm very easy, very suggestible, highly suggestible.
Suggestible. High fantasy, high suggestible. Oh goodness, we have some upcoming live events and things going on because September is a month of change. On the very 1st of September, which is like tomorrow, peeps, from your perspective, I'm going to be live on Wildflower Wools Challenge. So we do monthly update videos to see how we're doing on projects in the background. It is secret crafting, so we don't talk about it between check-ins. And we meet in the mid-month for a mid-month motivation, just to sort of check in and see how everybody's month is going and, chat and have fun and relax. Also, it's a very good reminder for me and Louise to pick up said projects for the check-ins if we have not done so and start crafting like crazy people. So that's also a bonus. So on Thursday, everyone can find out if I casted on my sister's crochet throw for Christmas, and if I casted on that cotton t-shirt I wanted to work on. No finishes, but I wanted to cast on 2 new things and work on them quietly in the background. So, see how I did. Then, immediately following that, on Sunday, the craft off check-in happens. Dun, dun, dun. So our first Sunday in the month is a live. Gives Diana a break from doing all of the show notes, gives me a break from editing, which we super appreciate at the start of the month because our end of month to start of months tend to get a little crazy. Just a
I'll be
little off
packing to travel
a little off the hinge
for the first time since Christmas. It's a little stressful.
Always a thing, guys. Don't know why, but it's always a thing for us. So
nope, that's a lie. Since March.
Yeah, no, you guys came in March, didn't you?
No, I went to Vancouver in March. We haven't been to
right.
Manitoba since Christmas.
Christmas, yeah.
But I went to Vancouver in
I
March.
forgot it, yeah, because you bought that yarn.
Yeah, the yarn that I'm working on right now.
So that's going on. So on Sunday at noon Manitoba time, you're going to find me and Diana here live as we do our weekly podcast and do the secret craft check-in. I don't even remember what Diana was working. Diana's working on a crocheted shawl, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Excellent.
A crocheted shawl for all the stuff I got at Knit City 2018, but I don't think I started it until 2019.
I don't think I started in 2019. Would actually have to go back and watch.
I don't know. It might have been later in 2018. I bought the stuff in 2018 for sure.
And as much as I love everyone, I'm not doing it. I'm not going back and watching to find out what was the first video where that got mentioned. I could scroll show notes. Still not doing it.
No, I'm not doing it either.
Let's be honest. So that's going on. And then that's not all. The summer solstice cow will wrap up on the 20th? Is it the 20th or 21st of September for the fall equinox? I should know this, guys.
I don't know. It's the 20 early.
Like 20 to 23rd of September, somewhere. Anyway, we're doing 19th to 21st. We're doing the cast on the 18th, which is early because Diana works a 9 to 5 job in her time zone, 8 to 4 while she's here, but 9 to 5 while she's at home. So we're going to be doing a cast on party on the Sunday. So we're inviting everybody to come join us and cast on a project with us to help celebrate fall and to see how far everybody got on their summer solstice projects. Again, it doesn't have to be knitting. We just call them knit-alongs because we started as a knitting podcast. So it's our tip of the hat to the tradition that we first came from. And we'll go from there. As for other things and lives going on, we don't have a ton. You can come find us at the Manitoba Fiber Festival, the 9th and the 10th of September, right here in Winnipeg, Manitoba. We'll be at the X Grounds. We'll be there for the whole weekend. In and out of Fireweed Fabric Co's booth. Why? Because we're good friends with her and she won't tell us no for leaving our bags there because she is too nice and human. For better or worse, that's how it works. So if you see us floating around the Fiber Festival, come and say hi and stop us, show off your knits and show what you purchased because boy, do we love the pretties. Boy, do we love the pretties. And we love chatting with you guys. Don't worry, it's just as weird for us as it is for you the first time. It really is.
It's potentially weirder because, like,
I love it.
It's
so
such
much.
A one-way relationship.
It's so delightful to meet people in person. Oh,
it is. It's so super fun. It's just like kind of weird that like some stranger comes up and like, oh, I'm associated with this username. Like, oh, okay, now I know who you are.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, excellent. I have a person for the name. No, it's good. So good. So good. I enjoy it quite a bit. So what else do we have going on? I think that's it.
That is it. That is it. That is actually it.
That's amazing. Right. Tune in next Sunday, guys. Here's another call to action for you. How many books did I read this month?
More than me.
Put a number in the description box below. We know I read more books than you. That's just silly talk.
Aw. I don't want a prize for that.
Were you on a reading range? For a range? It would be like, how many books did Jocelyn read? How many books did Diana finish? Oh, you gave it away with your face. Are you thinking about it?
It's a number.
It's a number.
Uh-huh. I actually don't know.
Oh, geez.
I think I know what the number is, but I might be wrong. There's a high chance that I'm wrong with the number that I think in my head right now.
Cool. In which case you should check before Sunday.
I should, yeah. I will check before next week. I'll try to change that number before next week.
Good plan. Good plan. Oh, well. In which case I will say, okay, until Sunday, no matter where your week takes you, I'm Jocelyn.
I'm Diana.
I really have to change things up on you just because it messes with your brain. No matter.
It really does. It breaks it. I'm broken now.
Screen. Would you like me to do that where it makes sense for you?
No, it's fine. Carry on. It's fine.
And no matter where your week takes you, don't forget to knit.
Don't forget to knit.
I really can't make changes. I literally start sweeping and my whole room changes, but I change one sentence flip on you. It's a problem.
The trigger's different. I don't know what to do.